Hey, my tribe. This is Queen Amina Black Love coming at you with a review of The Bachelor Season 25, Episode numero 8. We were dealing with the hometowns this week. So that's where we're starting out this week. In the previous show, we got it down to the last four ladies, of course, with one lady actually self-eliminating. So that got us down to, of course, our final four. And that final four is Serena, Rachel, Michelle, and Brie, who is absolutely, totally my favorite. So we're going to see, of course, they couldn't do a normal hometown due to the, of course, COVID situation, so they can't do it as normal, as in going out to the hometowns and actually meeting the parent on hometown turf. But of course, this episode dealt with meeting the families, and of course that daytime type date, and then the dinner, the evening portion of the dates. But of course, the first part was riddled with him meeting each girl's family, the family giving their opinion on different things. So this is sort of throwing a wrench, in play here. Each girl, shown having, with different family members, having deep conversations and talks in reference to the whole process and meeting Matt and how they feel about him. And then, of course, a lot of cute little hometown dates. Serena's was, of course, the hockey ice type thing, being a Canadian gal. And then Michelle, they had a date where they went out, a little lunch, bike riding, that type of thing. And the first one I really want to talk about as far as their connection and what's going on with them would be Rachel. Right now, Rachel's in the midst of a lot of, I don't know if you've heard it, I don't know how you haven't heard it, but it's all on the internet where she was mixed up in this sort of Rachel racist type thing. Rachel the racist, this antebellum South type thing, costume type thing connected to slavery at plantation. And then Chris Harrison, instead of speaking out against it, was sort of trying to defend her. So he's in the midst of the controversy too, because, he's kind of like, oh, it's okay, she can be a racist if she wants. So he's actually had to step down. So even in the midst of all of that, we see Rachel here as one of our final four contestants. So they did do the whole meeting the parent, meeting the family type thing, in where Rachel's mom was saying she's never seen Rachel in love before, so she doesn't know what that really looks like. And so, they're kind of questioning, is this the type of thing that she's really ready for? Is she really ready to be in a relationship with this young man that she just met, doesn't know a whole lot about him? And it's going to be interesting how they deal with this, with the racist part of it, how, that's going to end for Rachel. I don't see her being a final contestant, with that and other things. So the next young lady I want to talk about is Michelle. She was one of the ladies that came into the show kind of late. She was with that group of 5 that came in, if you remember, back in one of the past episodes, 5 I think it was. And so Michelle, she's questioning if it's moving too fast for her. How she picked up feelings for someone so fast, and is it really going to be something that will last the long term? And her family's, talking to her about it too. And she sort of had a little breakdown, a little meltdown in there, because it is moving kind of fast, So it is something that, they're questioning, is it going to work for her? So we'll see if she's going to be in the top 3 at the end of this show. Now, the next is my favorite, Miss Brie. Brie, had a conversation with her family because she's sort of feeling like Matt doesn't really know how I feel about him. Now, she's the one that left the job. for Matt. She left her job. She told him that. She did tell him that. And so I think in that, it's enough for Matt to know how she feels. You know, he said, oh, she's really here for me. And, you know, that decision was hers, but you got to know that that's going to weigh on Matt some type of way because she shared that with him. So she did resign from her job so that she can, you know, have the opportunity to be there for him. But her family is telling her, you know, even in the midst of all of this, you've got to protect yourself. So, you know, she's been my favorite. So I'm rooting for them as a couple. Okay, last we want to talk about Serena. Now, you all remember that very, very uncomfortable date, the tantric yoga that she had with Matt the last episode. And, you know, even in that, he handed her a rose and said that he wanted to meet her family. But, you know, she was stuck on, you know, I like to move a whole lot slower. I'm not comfortable moving so fast. And with that, she decided this week that she would self-eliminate. You know, she talked with her family about her feelings, and her family even told her, look, you don't seem like you're smitten. You know, she's one of those girls that bit off more than she could chew. I think they had the idea of the show, but not really put a whole lot of thought pattern into what's really going to go down. So we saw Serena exit this week. So, of course, that leaves us with Bree, Michelle, and Rachel. They will be moving on next week to the fantasy suite dates. And again, like I said, I don't think Rachel will hang around. So, you know, I could just make the prediction right now that the final two for the last two dates is very possibly going to be Michelle and Bree. And again, for me, I am still rooting for Bree. But we'll see how it turns out. So we got a couple more shows before we find out who is actually going to be the couple. And you know how it sort of turns out. I heard someone hint that Matt was on a talk show or the other morning and kind of gave away the fact that he may be engaged. I don't know. You know, I think they just answer at the spur of the moment. But we'll see, you know, before long who our final top two will be. So get down in the comments. Let me know. Did you have anything to add? What do you think? Who are your picks for the final two? Who's your pick for the final? Team Bree over here. Anyway, as always, this has been Queen Amina Black Love. I thank you so much for watching my videos. Please like my videos, share my videos, and until next time, much love and peace to your day.